Mariners lose to the Astros for a second straight time. Both of them coming directly after a Kendall Gravemann trade. Call me crazy. Is that just a coincidence? I don't know. The Mariners had a lot of good things going. A 4-game winning streak, coming back from 7-0 deficit against the Astros with a Dylan Moore grand slam. And then lose yesterday when they had a chance to win the ninth. And then gets kind of destroyed today, 11-4. The Astros scored. And each inning, except for the first and ninth, the Mariners scored 3 times in the 6th, once in the 7th. And it just wasn't enough to beat the Astros. And the Astros scored 11 runs today. They've been scoring a lot lately. 11 runs today, 8 runs yesterday, and 8 runs the game before. Let's quickly look at the stats. JP went 2 for 5. Again, JP's continuing to do what he does. Mitch cooling off a little bit, 0 for 5 today. Kyle went 1 for 4. France went 2 for 4. France continues to be one of the most consistent parts of this team hitting cleanup. Then Toro, the new second baseman acquired by the Astros, hit a home run last night. Wasn't enough to get the win though. Toro, he did end up getting a hit, going 1 for 4. Kalanick, fortunately, after a really, really good night last night, not the same thing today. He went 0 for 4. Murphy as well went 0 for 3. Bowers went 0 for 1. Shed Long went 2 for 4. Pretty good night for Shed Long. And Dylan Moore went 0 for 1. And, you know, just not enough hits when you compare it to the Astros, who were just absolutely raking. Jose 2 for 5. Diaz 2 for 5. Gurriel 3 for 6. Correa 3 for 4. Tucker 2 for 5. It just goes on and on. The pitching was really good. Only 3 earned runs in 5 1/3 innings, which is going to win you baseball games when your offense puts up 11 runs. And then only 1 earned run by Javier after that. And it's interesting because the Mariners lose 2 straight after Gravemann being now on the other team. And what I've seen from pretty much everyone is they don't like the trade from Mariners standpoint. Every Astros fan likes the trade. So why is that? It's because Gravemann is just better than Toro, and Montero was meant to be really good. I know he isn't that big of a loss compared to Gravemann, but I know for all the slack me and Levi were giving him, you know, he did have some potential. Get rid of him as well. And it started off with Kikuchi not pitching well again for the second time after the All-Star game. In 5 innings, 3 earned runs, but 7 hits. And he's actually lucky to get out of it with only 3 runs and 7 hits, to be completely honest. Then after that, Chargois did absolutely terrible. 3 earned runs in a 3rd inning. Misowich, also an earned run. Middleton, an earned run. Weber, 2 earned runs. And I think the Gravemann trade's really affecting the bullpen and the pitching staff more than anything. I think they really rallied behind Gravemann as that figure that they really look up to in the bullpen. He seemed a lot like a leader. He said, you know, in his interview and stuff that, you know, he really loved these guys. He was just borderline crying. It was just, it was really emotional. You can see how big of a bond he has with these guys. And I think the Mariners bullpen is not taking it well now, playing against the very team. DePoto, I think, really does not deserve to still be our GM. Will we fire him? I don't think we will. The only way that this makes up to me is if we somehow trade for, I don't know, if we trade for a guy like Chris Bryant or, I don't know. If we somehow trade Toro for Chris Bryant, I guess it might be worth it. Not just straight up Toro, but Toro, a pick, add in like a guy like Jake Fraley, a couple prospects. Maybe that'll be worth it. I don't know, guys. But then again, I think Gravemann has more trade value, even at his age of 30, than Toro anyway. Toro's 25, 5 years younger. It's really, I mean, it's significant, but it's not like he's 38. You know, Graven's 30. He could still theoretically have another 6, 7 years of prime baseball. He doesn't throw super hard, you know. He doesn't rely a lot on his speed. He has a good fastball, but not, you know, the best in the game. I don't know. Sucks. I feel like we had so much momentum and now we just lost it. As a Mariners fan, I'm just pissed. Really, I really am pissed. Today, ball didn't bounce our way, and just Houston 15 runs, or 15 hits. We had 8 hits, which isn't even that bad. We should be able to win some baseball games with 8 hits, but Mariners bullpen and Kikuchi did not pitch well enough, and I don't know if that's because of Gravemann getting traded. I don't know if that's just because we don't have good enough pitchers. Is that because the morale's kind of stopped because of yesterday's loss? Does that have anything to do with Gravemann leaving? Again, I don't think this is Toro's fault at all. This is really DePoto's fault. And leave a comment down below, guys, what you think of now us losing 2 straight times to the Astros. But Astros win, and if you're an Astros fan, you are now 23 games above 500. Absolutely raking. We are now 7 games over 500, and yeah, there you go, guys. First team with 63 wins, the Astros. Man. And the race is still very much alive, obviously. 2 games lost isn't that big of a deal. In the grand scheme of things, yes, it sucks, but we can still play some good baseball and make the playoffs. But when the AL is just this tight, you gotta win baseball games, you gotta win the series, and losing 2 straight just isn't acceptable. But I think I'm gonna give the players a pass on this just because of the Gravemann getting traded. I think I'm gonna blame this on DePoto, but hopefully they can get together their next stretch of games and put together some winning baseball. Hey guys, see ya, subscribe, like, comment if you're still around, and I'll see y'all later. See ya.